Welcome to Soda Pre Let's Play. We are going to be flying to the moon. Playing Outer Worlds here. Trying to figure out how to fly. Ooh, that is way too loud. Deserters dreamed independence life without board. You taught them important lessons about dreaming. Is this my quarters? There's scribes for you and your companions. Oh, nice. I forgot. Silly me. I'm mailing a copy of my favorite space. Dashing Space Pirate, Heart of Gold. Who's this Bedford guy? I wonder how you play this game. Guess that's how you keep stuff. Sleep. That's how you move time forward. Guess I'll need to move time forward someday. No response. I am looking forward to using that. I finally have a spade. Grave Robin, I will go. Just taking our stuff. Look at all these crew quarters. Huh. Look at this ship. Everything a man would want and more, but also I'm a lady. Anything a lady would want and more. Awesome, a toilet. Everything you need for pooping. Okay, go down the ladder. Ooh. That is as impressive as it is scary. Bored.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now.
Welcome.
I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
It is.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought.
Yeah.
Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
You didn't like your classes?
Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches.
That's cool.
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
That's so cool. You really fun?
When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I'm mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
Ah, so sad.
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
What do you think of this ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
That's...
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Huh, you can kick him out, apparently. I don't need a sawed-off shotgun. Okay. Let's go flying. I'm going to... Where am I going? I can go to Phineas Labs, Terra 2, Monarch. Yeah, I figured that out. Where am I going? Alright.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Let's figure out about that big machine.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Ooh, fun.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Yeah, tell me a joke.
What happened to the captain who kept pestering his ship computer? The life support was disabled. Ha, ha. Get it?
Hey, good one. That's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
What's the deal with, like, sassy computers being so hilarious? Phineas Wells. Speak to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. So that's where I'm going. Alright. The Groundbreaker. Fly Fly me to the groundbreaker. Let me.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Sweet.
You got a minute?
Nope. Not right now. I am going to my quarters. Alright. If I remember correctly, they were right here. No, it's a toilet. Where are my quarters? Oh, what a pretty place. Okay. Is it here? Yeah. First SAM result. Don't forget you found. It should not be too difficult if you. Ooh, clean killing machine. Sud sleeper. There we go. A nice 6,300 XP. Good news. Heard from fellow gal, the broker. Wells wants me to chaperone. Point of details come later. What's tab do? Exits? Okay. Alright, let's go talk to that lady. Running, running, running. Went the wrong way on purpose. There you are.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Alright. Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Probably not. Why would you? I don't know. Whatever.
Please avoid damaging yourself.
Alright.
Or others while.
Shouldn't be too hard. I can have 2 companions. So since I'm the talker, I think I need another.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Ah, she's cute.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
Oh my god. This looks so cool.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltunican's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to truncheon through your teeth.
Truncheon. Ooh.
This ain't a show. Move along. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true.
Why am I talking to this person?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Ah.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker.
That's generally how it works.
Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do.
I wonder if I can give him some
Hey,
money.
not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
All right.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Stevedore.
Gonna head to Varus for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
All right. Gunner McCred. Man,
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
it is, isn't it? That guy is very wanted.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Is this where I'm going?
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Oh man.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get rid of this? Resolved.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Oh, really? Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
All right, another fetch quest. Got it.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome,
Is there
sir.
anything else I can help you with?
You're polite.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade.
Awesome.
Make sure you bring an empty belly. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's tension.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
That makes sense.
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
A lot of cussing in this game.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
Why haven't they
The
done
board
that?
wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
I guess they do.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
That's sad.
Sure thing.
All right.
Be seeing you.
Shoot. Is there anything else to see over here first before?
You don't pay your docking fees, your ship gets seized. I seen it happen.
Okay. Okay, it looks like I can come up here just to commit suicide. What's the point of this? That's annoying. Alright. E.
It's done.
Will be shot on sight. All right. I don't feel like murdering a bunch of people. Or do I? Or do I feel like murdering a bunch of people? Okay. Let's see. 10% hack. Oh yeah, we want more hack. Vardy. Give her a machine gun. And let's turn her back to mixed. What do I get with him? Hack plus 10? Journal. Codex. I don't, am I not?
Keep your sights out, friend.
Interesting.
Hey.
All right. Okay. Interesting. Huh. That was fun. I don't know if that was worth it, but it was fun. All right. So, how much are these? Shoot. Tab. Vardy. Let's give you a helmet. And let's give you a helmet. 10 armor, jeez. That's impressive.
Hey. Captain, I was hoping for a word.
All right.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
Okay.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
All right.
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm gonna ask a dumb question like that.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
That's a good question.
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
Don't call me ma'am.
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
All right. Must be a challenge.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something. All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that Scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a Sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, this all seems off.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
So that's why I wanted to get in here. Can't believe the guy just let me in. Cray cray. Alright. Let's get out of here. But first, we get to pick a perk. Do I want more storage capacity? More walk speed. My skills. Sell good. That would be nice. Companion. Ooh, 100%. And I don't know. I have one more point to give. All right. Guess I didn't really need that disguise. I could just talk him into letting me in. That was weird. I did not expect that to happen. All right, let's do a little repair. Let's do breakdown, 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 breakdown. Can I modify my... There we go. Make that even better for her. Oh, I have the silver tongue. I guess good thing I died, isn't it? Oh man, that looks so much better. But I'd rather keep this one for reasons. Tab, Bavardi, let's see. I like that better. You have that awesome thing. My character. Oh, must have been looking at something else. What is that? The junk? Alright. Let's go flag.
Hey!
Up to the highest flight. I really want that pack, though. I'm so sad I can't buy them. I guess I'm just not going to be good at stealing this game.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Anarchists are the worst.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
People are asleep. I don't know what that does, but I'll steal it. Apparently you're supposed to be able to get negative perks in this game. I don't know how to get them. I don't get anything.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
12% more crunch.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
They call it Monarch now. It's supposed to be a real hellhole. Warlord.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Alright. Why would you ask such a dumb question? Mr. Ouch? Alright. I'm buying Mr. Ouch, that's for sure. Oh yeah, let's sell junk. And that's little Z. Alright. I need to go to workbench. Put on Mr. Ouch. Stevedore, are you real?
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweated to move boxes.
Why are you guys looking at? There's the medical bay. I think I need to tell someone in here. She'll probably
I
give me a
know she's
quest.
in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
Aw, man. What do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
All right.
Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
You are with those beautiful blue eyes.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
What seems to be the problem?
Let me in there.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
I'm saying that.
Take care.
How long till the new Automex arrive?
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Definitely am.
If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Oh, are you the person I'm supposed to talk to?
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
Alright. I can try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday.
Will do.
Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
I am the adventurous type,
Look
lady.
out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Someday I'll be queen of the outlaws. Damn it.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
No. Fine.
For the last Ratchet rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
Not at all.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead.
What did you do?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
Nice.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
All right.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Whew. Made it. All right. Talk to Ellie.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find her, or what? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
You know, when you play these games, you're literally the nosiest person in the freaking world. Have you seen this guy in days? Toilet cheese has cruiser morale, privacy. Even though it's 20 years last Groundbreaker, I was hoping getting back together, understand things changed, so run all of Tartarus. Well, let's see the free freelancers. See property. Iceman out. Ship impounded. Alright. No new quests.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Alright, let's go talk to that person.
This is
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant? Good law, the heating here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Sunflower, nice to meet you, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Copy that, Captain.
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
I am taking down the system.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Ah, she's so nice.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Yeah, why is it warm?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Alright, I'll give you those parts. Have you?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
Oh, look at that empathy on
I
her
can't
face.
afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Totally am. None taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Okay. That was fun.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. from concerned supervisors indicate that rates of time theft are on the rise. We
Time
urge
theft.
all of our listeners to remember that.
All right. You need Mr. Ouchie. I guess you don't. You need Mr. Ouchie. Guess you don't. You need Mr. Ouchie? Power attack. Guess you already have one, right? Let's see. Mr. Ouch. I don't know if I made it worse or better.
Lack of productivity is not a victimless crime.
Maybe I should have
Workers
left it
should
what
be
it
on the
was.
lookout for slacking and underperforming.
Okay.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed. Shock simulation restored. Initiating shocked subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Alright, fine. I always forget eating those.
Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Oh my god, look at that face. Don't you just want to punch it?
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yeah.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
I think I'm gonna lie about this.
No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
So about my ship.
Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Yeah.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
No, she doesn't have much choice.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Is that everything?
Be my guest.
Can you hear me?
Good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
That's a lot of no's.
Best to be clear, I believe. A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
That's
Ask
all
away.
I really care about. Those corporate troopers. Doesn't seem like a good idea to hack right in front of them. That's my thought process on that matter. That was easy. Alright, what are my quests here? Now I'm supposed to speak to Gladys. Whew, so many things. Speak with... I don't know. Sublight? Is that where?
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Well, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
Alright. I don't know where I'm going.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Does?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
Your face is messed
You
up.
the one flying the Unreliable?
That's right.
Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
All right. Hello, Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
I don't want to be hunted down.
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I will be.
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Time is bits.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Wink nod.
Good girl. Knew you'd understand. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
All right, how organized?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
All right.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Would that be a problem? That will probably kill me. So many cool touches.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
C&P Borstworth. It's not the worst.
Okay, so I need to go to the Rest and Go. The hell? Probably just sell stuff. I ain't buying.
Unusual around here. Chief wants to reduce board traffic.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Wish I could buy these. I always use more of those.
Advertisement for the following story.
Alright, there's Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Fine. 10,000?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Eee. That's not good. Alright.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Alright, say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Alright. Alright.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Good, I need to have. I don't know why I can buy those things all of a sudden. Did I just go up a level? I did go up a level. Let's get you up 9. There we go. Now I can cower. And I guess get my handguns up 1. There, I'm very persuasive now. Because of my lion. All right. So how do we get downstairs? I want to... How do I get here? I feel like killing some folk. Haven't killed some folk in a while.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons for...
Alright. Let's see what you have. Some cool melee weapons. Nice helmets. Alright, let's go down. You know what's the weird part about living in an apartment is random yelling. Just don't know what it is.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out. but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
I miss...
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew.
What are you doing?
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
Nice.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
What else do I have?
Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank.
Alright, be seeing you.
You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Alright. Probably shouldn't steal from them.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
You get that automech pad?
Alright.
Falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without the wait.
Junlei's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
Yeah, no one's here, so might as well steal, am I right? Alright, got the parts, everything's going good. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Wonder why you can just take those things. Alright. I don't understand why something... so I would have had to kill all these guys? Ooh. It's like the mind mechanical.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. That may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
What brings you back, babe?
Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking fumes and talking about the cosmos.
Youth these days have no principles.
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things, so maybe I ought to lay off the fumes and head back to work. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
All right. Probably shouldn't steal. Would have to kill them all. Oh well. I think I've seen everything here.
It's so cozy.
That was easy.
Look, Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy.
Poor guy. Everyone else got killed. Alright, that was easy. I ain't gotta kill no one.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Alright.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Alright.
If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping the station from melting down. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on the first try. Able, though, you've proven to be.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
So polite. Well, at least I get to murder some Mantipillars. So it's not all peace. But, you know, it's a good thing. Able to do things without murdering people. All they were trying to do is get high. On fumes and stuff.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to know that.
I can't see!
Huh. A lot of... They are aggressive.
That's the last of them.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. That wasn't really that hard. This
Good news. Song tells you the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Fast as you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can only...
Here they come!
No message.
Nice. Kill and take.
Watch out, Captain! Show them, Bowie! They were destined to die!
Damn right you could have hurt him.
Get ready.
Where are you? Reload. Bet you're down here.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. Don't know what happens. Look for the hands and then
Yeah. Sneak past on my ass. I mean, stuff, baby. All right.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker.
Yep, that's very Skyrim right there. That's one thing I loved about Skyrim. That was such a good design. Whoever came up with that one. Okay, where are those? Sweet, need some more of those. I like stealing. I like taking things. Alright, how do I get out of here? Don't remember. Was that... Is this where I came from? So basically, yeah, I did. This is the terminal I used. That's how we get up. Get out of this. Get me out of this hell. Alright. That was easy.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Nice.
If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Oh.
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gayan, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do.
It wasn't.
I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stem that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You've got my attention.
Yeah, you don't.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
All right.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
Yeah, corporations are evil.
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
Huh, I wonder if I can help with that.
You've got my attention.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you.
Ah.
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms? What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. How could I be? Alls I know is, I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
This is Halcyon News.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
Yeah, why?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
Yep.
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
All right. So... can't do that yet. Oh yeah, I need to talk to Ellie.
CNP Borst Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Borst Pockets.
Wish I could say it was good to see you. Got word from Udam, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Yep.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment. but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Sure.
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
All right.
She helped me win a bet. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
Yeah, so she saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
You don't like it.
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
All right, welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
I think I want more persuade. There we go. Makes things even better. Okay. I have 4 more to use. Make my lie up a little bit. Make my handguns bigger, better. Still need to kill things. Alright, one more perk here. Alright. Sweet. I need to remember to use that. Get out of my way. Alright. Alright. That was surprisingly fruitful. A lot less murder than I expected.
We've got your front right here.
Hey there, Captain. Anything I can do for you? Be seeing you.
This game is so much fun. I like it. I like it.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you...
Remember when RPGs used to not have fun gameplay because the amount of time and effort it would take.
Hey, you got a second?
I remember this guy.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You?
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Really?
Sure. An interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
All right. What's about you?
It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust. Maybe with a little cream on top. Classic. Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
It's not. I think I'm pretty smart. Perfect.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
Alright. See you in the ship.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
We are picking up strays. Alright! That's it for here. I'm not doing enough talking, probably, to make this entertaining. This game's so much fun. So much fun. So much fun.
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
Why? What's going on?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Sounds like she could.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
Aw, man. You're about the warmest person I've met. Hell,
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that.
Heck
Right
yeah.
now.
It's all
Okay.
about being positive.
Here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Alright, that's it. This game's fun. I love it. I love it.